I mean, there is an actual process for making a zombie, which is essentially destroying the vast majority of a person's mind. And so that part, I think, is banging around the back of people's minds, that there are cultures of people who used to do that or can do that, and it's very scary.
While in Haiti, like Wade Davis 5 years prior, Wes Craven was inexplicably thrust into the realm of the mystical and extraordinary, and of real zombies.
I met a zombie. When we were over there investigating, I was taken to a clinic where a Haitian doctor treats zombies, and he had, I think, 3 there at the time, and I met a 16-year-old girl who was completely traumatized, completely someplace else in her mind. And she had been committed to a equivalent of a witch doctor, Boucour, by her mother because she had refused to marry the man her mother thought she should, and she had instead married a poet or something like that. And so her mother, in a fit of rage, had her turned into a zombie. And I can tell you that the sense in the room was really just almost creepily and tragic as hell. I mean, I bent over and looked into her eyes because she had been cast down the whole time, and her eyes just did this kind of jaggle.
Other bizarre incidents plagued the cast and crew as well.
In Haiti, we had very shocking things that happened.
Lead actor Bill Pullman and several cast members saw visions that, according to Craven, scared the hell out of them. The kinds of visions often associated with zombie powder. Is it possible that zombie powder was used on the cast and crew? The film's screenwriter, Richard Maxwell, in fact, met with the same man who made the zombie powder for Wade Davis 5 years earlier, but with a much different result.
Richard had disappeared into his room. We finally, the day before we were shoot, went and knocked at his door and insisted to be let in, and his room was chaotic, full of garbage, uneaten food. He was unshaven, and he was wearing just a t-shirt, and he was glazed. I haven't done everything I haven't been able to fix since I went to see that guy. I think the guy dosed him.
All kinds of magical and surreal things happened in the course of that research that I did not even put into the book because no one would believe me.
Is it possible that the so-called zombie powder that Wade Davis secured, containing a mixture of
research that I did not even put into the book because no one would believe me.
Is it possible that the so-called zombie powder that Wade Davis secured, containing a mixture of tetrodotoxin and human remains, could actually work? Dr. James Adams is a toxicologist and researcher at the University of Southern California.
This plant induces LSD-like hallucinations right before it kills you.
Adams has conducted extensive research into the substances that might be used to create zombies. He feels that zombie powder is real. Adams says the key ingredient in these zombie substances is a chemical compound that is far more common than the tetrodotoxin Davis reportedly discovered in Haiti, and is most likely delivered to a victim in the form of an ointment rather than a powder, due to the greater stability and potency of ointment.
One of the prominent things that's in these ointments is charred human remains, charred human bones especially. And that tends to make the ointments a very high pH. Tetrodotoxin isn't stable in that kind of ointment. It falls apart into inactive things. However, that high pH would make scopolamine much more likely to penetrate the skin.
Scopolamine, derived from the deadly nightshade plant, typically has a lower pH level, which could make it more stable and more deadly if concentrated into an ointment.
You can buy transdermal scopolamine preparations here in this country for use in motion sickness and other things.
If the real zombies walk among us today.
So you're saying the zombification is going on in America?
I can say that's going on in America. If you have enough money and you want somebody zombified, you can do it if you have enough money. Because somebody will do it for you.
What kind of money does it entail, you think?
We're talking about tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Where's it going on?
New York.
What kind of money does it entail, you think? It's going on in America.
I can say that's going on in America. If you have enough money and you want somebody zombified, you can do it if you have enough money. Because somebody will do it for you.
What kind of money does it entail, you think?
We're talking about tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Where's it going on?
New York, Miami, New York, Miami, probably will not go on as much as it was before, since Katrina.
In the 19th century, that the legends,
Why Haiti? I think it's
legends, truths, and half-truths of zombies began to spread across the United States and Europe.
Why Haiti? I think it's rooted, one, in that this was the first successful slave rebellion. This was a country where slaves, black, overthrew their masters, largely white. Just imagine what that must have meant to southern white slaveholders. Overthrew their masters, largely white. Just imagine what that must have meant to southern white slaveholders in 1804. It was the nightmare. So it's a place of black magic and witchcraft. It's a place of brutality. It's a place of
Occupation of Haiti from 1915 to 1934.
The U.S. Marine Corps occupied Haiti in the 1920s and stayed for over a decade, and everybody above the rank of sergeant got a book contract.
The most notorious
Sergeant got a book contract.
The most notorious of these books, Black Baghdad.
To tell of his terror.